Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone, Bashim Rakak. My name is Yakaba from Plain Tables Camp in Philly. This is Summer of Smoke inside Canada's hub of operations as nation battles 5,000 wildfires. I believe he goes into United States also. Then puts a map up. Point is, this is a sign that Yahweh Shai is returning for a second coming. Luke 12:49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So when the Lord returns, he's going to burn Babylon, America up with fire, nuclear fire, fire from the chariots. And he's saying, and what will I if it be already kindled? All right, so it's going to be fire on the earth already. You're going to have people, wildfires, and you're going to have, wars, people killing each other, bombs going off, explosions. All right, this is already prophesied in the scriptures to happen. All right, and these prophecies are they're revealing, they're showing, they're active. But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straightened till it be accomplished? And his death, all right, and his resurrection, all right. That's the baptism. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. This is another prophecy that the Lord is going to break the families up. So when you see families being broken up, it's because of the Lord. All right. He the one that put this curse on the people. All right. And he says, starting with Israel. All right. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. All right. So this is why Israelites can't get along, because it's a curse. This goes back to Deuteronomy 28th chapter. All right. So now only the elect, we have to, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, follow the Lamb, as the scriptures say, wherever he goeth. And it tells you how we're supposed to treat each other in the scriptures, in his gospels. What it says, and what John says, of brotherly love I need not tell you. All right. So this curse about the fire is completely accurate. And you look at these other books. Look at the Quran. Look at the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They don't give you the prophecies and link them to current events. So prophecy is something that you say before, and then a day later, a year, hundreds, thousands of years later, it'll come to pass. And then you'll have the prophets that'll go out and tell you and look and record a record and say, this is where it was prophesied that this thing that's happening today is happening right now. All right. Luke 12:49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? All right. So summer of smoke inside Canada. All right, so let's let this play.
Now on WCCO, a special next weather investigation into our summer of smoke. Canada's historic and devastating wildfire season has been polluting air in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and across much of our country. To help bring you answers about what is happening, investigative reporter Jonah Kaplan spent several days north of the border, among the first American journalists to get inside access to firefighting operations. And Jonah joins us now to share what he learned about our safety this summer and in the future. So, Jonah, this is a real crisis.
Amelia, I want everyone to take a look at this map we're going to put up here. Each of these red, green, yellow dots here, those are fires. How many? More than 5,000. They have combined burned at least 29 million acres. How big is that? Well, the state of Iowa is 30 million, Wisconsin 35 million. And the worst part, this may still get worse before it gets better. This is what an international wildfire crisis looks like on the ground and in the air. More than 5,000 fires burning and counting in a country that's home to about 1/10 of the world's forests. Record high temperatures, a record drought, infernos producing an endless stream of smoke darkening skies that we've seen here in Minnesota and also across coasts and even continents. Many are sparked by lightning, others by human error, but every Canadian province and territory is feeling the heat. From Quebec,
we've been told that these are fires that they have not had even recorded in anybody's lifetime,
to Ontario.
Typically, we deal with 5 to 10 to 25 to 50 new fires a day.
Manitoba.
And just the impact it does have on our kids. Like, I even noticed they're coughing more at night, or windows can't be open.
Alberta.
Our last record for area burned was set 40 years ago, and we've broken that already, and it's not even the end of the season yet.
To the Northwest Territories.
This is Mother Nature running its course, driven by things like climate change.
Just consider what it would be like if wildfires raged in all 50 U.S. states at the same time. Nearly 29 million acres burned. That's like the entire state of Iowa on fire. All of it's being monitored right here at what's called CIFC, the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center. We're the first American news crew this year to visit this critical nerve center, centrally located in Winnipeg. Dave Bokove is CIFC's Director of Operations.
We look at our population base, and most of our population and cities are within 90 miles of the Canada-U.S. border. So a lot of the northern parts of most of our provinces are forested.
Is the nation overwhelmed right now by these fires?
I think not overwhelmed, but I think we're certainly challenged, and that's something that we're pretty resilient, and we're continuing to reach out to other countries and provide additional resources from all over the world.
International resources on the front lines and in a growing number of makeshift offices at CIFC. The United States so far sending more than 2,000 firefighters since May, its largest delegation ever. Dozens are from Minnesota, crossing the border to pitch in. And here's just a snapshot of what they face. The team sharing these photos and videos of an out-of-control fire in Manitoba that is nearly twice the size of the city of Minneapolis. Our locals working overtime abroad, not only to protect Canadians, but also to contain the smoke causing harm to their families back home. You can't really think about finishing the task.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you avoid it. You take one step at a time.
The priorities are always human life and safety, and then we work generally into infrastructure protection. And so those are the kinds of focuses is starting off at that human life and community protection.
Which means newly sparked fires, like this one in the Little Saskatchewan region of Manitoba, it gets a mark on the map and a local monitor. People who live nearby, like Josh and Janessa Woodhouse, are then on standby for a potential evacuation order.
I think about, my family, first thing I think about, and the people around here.
Thankfully, no evacuation was needed today, a relief for a number of reasons, including a birthday party for little Joanna.
We're still here, we're staying. We got everybody around.
A sense of togetherness that travels stronger and faster than any smoke cloud, and it spreads throughout an entire nation. How do you not get overwhelmed by it, and how do you not get depressed by it all? This is your nation on fire.
All right, so that was just Canada. All right, so it's over 5,000 fires. All right, it's August 1st, 2023. This article was released. This is Joel 2:30. It's labeled the day of the Lord. That's how we know the day of the Lord is coming. All right, and I will shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. And then you're going to have death, a lot of death. People are going to be dying. You're going to have fires, all right, and pillars of smoke. And we're experiencing that. All right. It says the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon in the blood. Maybe you're going to see signs in heaven. And Esau, he's not going to be able to deliver himself by his knowledge. All right. As the Lord said, the stars are going to fall from heaven. All right. Esau, Edom, he's the power on earth right now because he's ruled by Satan. Satan runs the earth. So the elite, the super rich, are being ran by Satan. All right, they're all Satanists. All right, so their knowledge that they have, they call themselves the Illuminati. They're not going to be able to deliver themselves. All right, their understanding is going to be darkened before the great and terrible day of the Lord. All right, the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood. All right, so Esau's wisdom is going to be darkened, and we're going to see signs in the sky, in the heavens. Joel 2:32, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahweh has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. All right, so there's a remnant, the elect of Israel, all right, that are called to repentance. So this salvation is not for everybody, all right, only for the elect of Israel. And then in the kingdom, the rest of Israel, which are over all the elect, will be born in the kingdom.
Breaking news, a wildfire burning in the Mojave National Preserves has crossed over into Nevada. Thousands of acres of land burning and no containment. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at 5. I'm Ozzy Mora. More than 200 firefighters are battling the York fire. Strong winds posing significant challenges for crews. Tonight, we have team coverage of the fire. Weather anchor Mary Jane Belieza standing by on how this fire is impacting our air quality. But first, let's send it to 8 News Now reporter Madison Kimbrough, who has the latest on the efforts to put out the flames. Madison.
Now, Ozzy, the York fire currently spans about 70 acres. It's 0% contained. Now, you may have noticed the foggy skies we've been experiencing here in Vegas, as well as smoke in the air. Now, this fire, which started around noon on Friday, was initially seen by Park Service employees near the New York mountains in the northeastern part of the San Bernardino County. And now the constant and unpredictable wind patterns, as described by the National Park Service, is creating significant challenges for fire crews. And the York fire has crossed over to Nevada lines, like you mentioned, so the National Park Service is working closely with Clark County Fire, and more help is on the way.
We have 219. We will be getting in more personnel. That 219 is a combined effort between the Park Service. We have Bureau of Land Management, San Bernardino County. Fire protection has been there with us since day one fighting.
And because of the impact it's having here locally, Nevada State Route 164 is closed, which connects US 95 in Nevada to Interstate 15 in California. That's just south of Prim. So if you're headed that way, take precaution. Now, no deaths or displacements have been reported, but Stephanie told me they're working with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office for immediate updates. Keep it here on 8 News Now for the latest details. Sending it back to you.
Madison, thank you for that update. I wanted to show you guys a quick look at where the York fire is actually burning. Again, we mentioned that it did start in the Mojave National Preserve. That's about less than 90 miles away from the Las Vegas Valley area. That's about an hour and a half of a drive. Now, most of this continues to burn and has crossed into Nevada, that is state lines. We do know that weather has a big factor on fire behavior. We're not only looking at the heat and the winds, which has exacerbated the fire here, but we're also taking a look too at thunderstorms that continue to form in and around this area for San Bernardino County. That includes thunder cells pretty much to the northeast of where this fire is. With the smoke and the haze pushing into our area, we continue to see anywhere from moderate to unhealthy air quality at this time. That means those who have sensitive lungs, have allergies, or even asthma should limit time outdoors. Again, this smoke and haze continues to impact air quality up until Monday, so please keep the forecast in mind, especially if you have outdoor plans or if you have to work outside. Air quality will pretty much keep in the moderate range with the winds. Again, this does play a factor in how much smoke and haze is spread into the region.
And that's it on that. And I have one more precept, because these fires and weather, this could be great excuses to cut cities off. This is 2 Ezra 15 And 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So, fires, health emergencies, safety, these are all reasons that your government could cut cities off, quarantine, and limit movement. All right, and it's all prophesied in the scriptures. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, so look out for different avenues in which these prophecies can come to pass, because Esau is a very cunning devil. All right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for tribulation. All right, and fires are definitely tribulation. Famines are tribulation. All right. Draconian laws are tribulation. All right. So I'll leave that there. Hope you edified. Shalom.